What's up everyone, my name is Vortlas and welcome back for some more sim racing. Yeah, I know it's been quite a while since I've uploaded some more on the channel here, but yeah, basically really busy these last couple of weeks, so yeah, really sorry that there hasn't been any content recently. Yeah, it's actually exciting times for Automobilista users because yeah, to the Automobilista Beta recently came this awesome drift content, and yeah, we are now driving the Lancer Evo around the yeah, new Buskerud ice track. So it's really exciting, really something different here. So yeah, let's take this for a spin here and see how it drives. First of all, I have to say I am by no means capable of drifting, and that was already really terrible. But yeah, my drifting skills are not really that good. But yeah, it's all about showing off the tracks and the new tracks and cars here. So as I said, we are driving the Lancer Evo, which is pretty awesome. Obviously there were already some Mitsubishis here in the game, but this is a drift spec car. So first of all, it doesn't want to go straight. Has a 360 horsepower if I'm not mistaken. And it takes on this track like a beast. Basically so much fun to drive this car around. I know I don't have awesome lines or whatever, but even with my sucky drifting, this is still a very nice experience. And yeah, it's just amazing. Obviously this is still in beta. This is the Automobilista Beta, so yeah, it's not really or it's not ready to be in the final game yet, so everything you see is still subject to change. But yeah, I don't really see any flaws in here. It's really a lot of fun here, these drift cars and drift tracks. And yeah, the ice track, that's really something extremely unique. Project Cars 2 did an ice track, and I think they gathered some inspiration there. But yeah, this is actually much more fun, to be honest. So this is Buskerud, the kind of Norwegian fantasy, not really our fantasy, but it is fantasy track. If that makes any sense, probably not. But yeah, there is already a kind of kart version of Buskerud, obviously not on ice, but completely different. Also a really high quality track, and now we get yeah, a new version of Buskerud here on a frozen lake, which is pretty awesome. As you can see, graphics look amazing. It's really kind of a unique sight here in the snowy landscape. Pulling the handbrake. And yeah, it's really a lot of fun to drive on this track, and it feels really nice as well, really intuitive. Yeah, it basically really feels like you're on ice. It's just a unique feeling. It's not really like they kind of reduce the grip levels or whatever. It's it really, you can really feel it's yeah, it's been worked on a lot, and yeah, it's just awesome to drive it around here. But it's really hard, and yeah, I had to practice quite a bit to get even up to this level. So yeah, but it's just really fun, and it's nice they've added this into Automobilista so kind of late in its life cycle. So really thanks a lot, Reiza Studios, for this addition to the sim. So yes, soon it will be coming to to the standard Automobilista game, but yeah, non-beta owners will still have to wait a little bit. Yeah, it's really awesome. So, as I said, there's a couple of new content out for these drift series. First of all, we have this Evo, the Lancer Evo here, which is, as I said, pretty awesome. 360 horsepower, lots of fun. And then there's also this Montana drift car, which is pretty awesome as well. It's a little bit more powerful than the Evo 2 with about 380 horsepower, I think. So yeah, it's a little bit harder to tame, but yeah, it's still really awesome. And obviously it feels awesome as well, as I screwed up that corner a little bit. And we are drifting it around Foss here, which is a track that's basically perfectly suited for drifting. Obviously with these kind of flowing corners around. It's really just a lot of fun. But yeah, this track is maybe a little bit more suited to the Evo than the Montana here. I think it's better to kind of switch it around, take a bus grid with a car like this, and yeah, Foss here with the Evo 2. But yeah, it still is so much fun to drive these cars around. You really feel kind of the back of this car if you look at the Montana. It has this real, it's basically like a ute, or how do you say it? I think in Australia it's called a ute, yeah, it's basically this truck shape, or this pickup truck shaped. So we have the a big truck bed in the back, and you really feel that stepping out on you with all the power this car has. Obviously a V8 as well. So really interesting car to drift around. And yeah, this track is a lot of fun as well. And another nice feature Reiza Studios have added to these drift cars is the customizable rims. So you can choose a couple of different colors of rims. Obviously you have to go with the black ones. Yeah, we featured that here a little bit. So let's see how the Super V8 drives. This V8 is basically, or the Super V8 is basically a the standard V8 supercar they have in Automobilista, and yeah, they probably didn't have to change much for this drift version, because yeah, the Super V8 goes most of the time sideways anyway. So yeah, but all joking aside, this is really also a really awesome car to drive. It has about 480 horsepower, so that's basically the most powerful one of the entire pack here. But for some reason it's yeah, one of the easier cars to drive. I had yeah, a lot more troubles with the Montana actually. This is a yeah, for some reason it's a little bit more accessible. It definitely feels very intuitive, this car. This is probably the most intuitive of them all. It's yeah, you can really feel how much yeah, how far you can go, and how you can or what you have to do to get the car straight again. Wow, this is really intense.
You exceeded the track limit. This lap is invalid.
And yeah, this is Mendig, which has a new layout basically for drifting purposes here. So this is yeah, basically the drifter's paradise or whatever. It's yeah, perfect car, perfect track for drifting purposes. This is really really perfectly suited for this kind of stuff, with yeah, even some opportunities for donuts around the airplanes. Obviously Mendig is a based around an airfield, so yeah, that's what you get here. And it has these tight sections where you obviously don't have to do that. But yeah, it's just really challenging to get it around these narrow sections. And yeah, you have these twisty corners here. And it's just so much fun to slide this car around. And it feels, as I said, so intuitive. It's really, really awesome. Another thing, you're probably gonna need to do some setup tweaking if you want to go drifting. Or at least I had to do it. I usually run 900 degrees of rotation, which is yeah, not really that great for drifting. Let's take a look here at some bits of the replay, because I think that was a kind of an awesome section. But yeah, as I said, you're gonna have to do some setup changes probably, and yeah, that's what I did as well. I reduced the degrees of rotation, I think, to 360 degrees. And also reduced the steering lock there. And yeah, that basically helped, really helped a lot, because in the beginning I was really struggling, because yeah, 900 degrees it was really really hard to basically get to the wheel turn in time, because you have to react so quickly and all that. So yeah, wow, does this look awesome? So yeah, I think that was it. There are 2 more tracks here in the beta, which are Jacaparagua, I think that's how it's pronounced, and Kansai, a drift version of that. But yeah, I wasn't able to load them up. I had some errors, so the game kind of crashed. I don't know if that's the case with everyone or it's just me, but yeah. So that was it. Time for some B-roll.